Greetings and salutations, this is Imperator Vespasian and his trusty sidekick.
Hello.
We have here today some Gripping Beast monks. It's from the Gripping Beast Monks Parading Across pack, which is a pack from Gripping Beast. The monks in the picture on Gripping Beast are all sorts of different denominations, because these are, I think, he's wanting to use them all as sort of friars in a monastery. I've made them all the same, so I just think they just fit in better. I think they look quite good. You get a monk with a Bible, I would assume, holding fingers in the air. You have two monks with heads bent and one monk with a cross, which is a big thing made out of wood. Very symbolistic. What do you think?
I think he's done very well for the texture on the figures.
Yeah, I thought the browns look really good. I've used about 5 shades of brown. Painting a figure brown isn't easy because you have to use multi layers of browns. It's a bit like painting a horse. A horse isn't one colour. I usually use 3 colours on a horse. Sometimes more, depending if it's a grey horse, I use a lot more colours. So these are the figures themselves. Around the back they're all the same, so there's not much else to show off. They have sandals on, which is quite cool. Again, I wasn't able to cut them off the bases because I didn't want to risk damaging them. So I've sort of based the lead base on a clear plastic base, which isn't the best way to do it, but it's better than actually damaging the figures. And I really didn't want to damage the figures because these ones aren't mine, so there we go. So, given that they're not even part of our game, what do you think about them?
About them in particular?
Well, normally we do a sort of history type of thing with them, but there's not really much to do with these. Monks and monks. He's using them for Vikings and Saxons, so it's just the right period. Although they still look like that today, to be honest. They haven't really changed much. And they will be great for a monastery. We're planning on building a monastery, aren't we, for our Northern Crusades?
Yep.
It's going to be a Germanesque style monastery or a Swedish monastery. So it looks slightly different from the average European monastery. But yeah, I think it's okay. Not too much to add, really.
Yeah.
Not very talkative with these videos, are
It's
you?
just that I can't think of anything. Like when we just started this video, before we press the recording button, like, there's nothing to say.
No, there isn't. It's just we're just showing the figures. So we've just shown the figures. The figures are quite nice. I like them. Most stuff from Gripping Beast is okay. Some stuff's not that well posed, but it's the same for most companies. And I think these are quite old. A lot of them are older figures, so it's really up to what you do with them. But if you are making something like a monastery or having some sort of Viking raid game, then these figures will come in really useful. Or they could be camp followers for, well, any medieval army really. Dark Age medieval, yeah, same thing. There's a lot of argument as to whether or not the Dark Age should even be used as a term.
Why is every single monk bald on top of the head and hair everywhere else?
All monks are bald on top of the head.
Why?
To make your head closer to God or something. Maybe God's rays beat down on the top of your head easier if you haven't got hair there. Only off the top of my head, I don't know. It's a religious thing. It's something monks do.
I realised.
Yeah, I should really look into it, but I didn't know you were going to ask that question, so I didn't look it up, and I'm not a monk, so, yeah. So they still do that today. I would assume it's to make your head closer to God or something.
But when the sun shines from the top of your head, it means that God's watching you.
I've seen Russian Orthodox priests wear like a thing attached to their head, and I think Orthodox Jews do too. They have like something attached to their head. But I'm not an Orthodox Jew, and I'm not an Orthodox Christian, so Catholic. Sorry, Russians. Russians, are they Catholic? No, they're Russian. So no, I don't know. Please leave comments in the comments bar if you know why. Although you do have better access to Google than we do here, so you can probably just Google it, and it'll tell you. Like, why does anyone ask any questions when you can just get it through Google?
Yeah, I know.
Although most things you look up through Google tend to be wrong, but just cross-reference the sources. No, I honestly don't know why, but it makes them easier to spot, doesn't it? You couldn't divest yourself of the robes and run off and pretend you're not a priest. You know, when the Vikings come round. You know, the Vikings come knocking at the door, and you open the door wearing jeans and t-shirts, saying, "No, dude, I'm not a priest. The priests are all out, and they didn't leave any money. Sorry." You know, the Vikings, you just look at your head and say, "Ah, you shaved your head. You must be a monk." See, that would work.
Yeah.
So maybe you should wear a hat. So jeans,
did,
t-shirt, hat. No, monks didn't. They wore a hood, hence the monk's hood.
Right there.
It's a hood. It's like a bib, actually. There's actually two robes. One robe's underneath, and you sort of wear it like a dress. And then there's another one that goes over the top. It's got a sort of surplice at the front and at the back, and part of it's hooded. I only know that because we used to have a guy who used to come into the shop, and he actually dressed like that. So I know.
It must take like all day to get dressed.
Probably, but he was a very imposing figure. He was about 6 feet tall, wearing this monk's outfit. It was looked awesome. But yeah. No, I can't ask him now because unfortunately he's not here anymore. But yeah, it's all interesting stuff. And there you go. Do a bit of history. Monks used to make large amounts of alcohol.
I know, and were they alcoholics, most monks?
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I heard that somewhere.
Yeah, in the medieval period, monks were basically, you know, the depiction of Friar Tuck in Robin Hood stories, early medieval. That's pretty much what most monks.
Okay, I'm sorry, but in every single movie, like Dead Snow 2, all the priests, all the monks are drunks.
Look, I know, I've known a lot of priests. Church of England priests don't tend to be alcoholics.
That's because they're proper.
All the ones I've known haven't been. All the Catholic priests I've known pretty much hit the bottle regularly. But I'm not saying they're all alcoholics, it's just the same. But no, monks used to grow, they used to keep bees, and they used to grow large amounts of mead. Some denominations couldn't drink wine, so they made mead instead, because mead doesn't come from wine. Doesn't come from grape, sorry. You can't partake of grape. There's another religion which I could mention something to do with that, but I'll get demonetised if I mention it. But there's some denominations can't partake of the grape, it says. So in their holy order rules, so they drink mead instead, which doesn't come from wine. Technically they drink beer as well because that comes from corn. Or wheat. No?
No.
Nothing to add?
No.
What about scrumpy? You can make it out of apples. Actually, any fruit with sugar in it.
I'm not an expert.
Practically anything with sugar in it can be made into alcohol. Just have to take a bit of work. But yeah, they used to be very good at making alcohol. But other than that, that's boring. It's a slight history thing. We will go into way more detail when I've actually researched it and looked at it when we do it ourselves. But I haven't done that for this because it's not my stuff. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Do you want to do the outro?
So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and comment down below what you think of the monks.
Yeah.
That's it from me.
And everything from him. Goodbye.